Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Gaming Library. I'm your librarian for the evening, Bruno Fightmaster, and we are back with more Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and we are back with the lovely Cherry Scary.
Hello, welcome back.
So, we did quite a lot of work there on Downhill Jam last time. Not only getting a bunch of goals, but got the sweet lore drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really only need either a high score
Or the secret tape. Or a high combo. I could pull off a high combo.
This is true.
All it takes is like 1/900.
Pretty much.
Rebirth,
Yeah.
And you're set.
Yep. Yeah, since you got another goal from one of the other places during your little warm-up time here, you only need the one goal before we are able to go on to the next level. So
I got a little ahead of myself. I was warming up and ended up landing a high combo back on downtown. So
the downtown god smiled upon you today.
yeah, let's see if they continue to smile upon me.
Indeed. So that's not a bad start. So we know where the secret tape is, so I'm assuming you're going to that first.
I was.
Okay.
And I pulled this off, so
Well, and I think that if you turn around, that's one way of turning around, but and then I believe if you go left, I think you can just ride straight up that. You didn't have to jump.
but I didn't.
I realize that. Okay, game. Hello. Let us go. Thank you. Okay.
Aha.
Cool.
Handy.
Yes. So now,
I missed landing that. That's okay.
yep, we'll come back.
We'll try this again.
Those ramps are kind of weird. Okay. I'm guessing you probably have to do a little loop-de-loop around to be able to do it.
Oh.
You're still on. You're still on.
Oh.
No!
No! Couldn't
But-
quite get the turnaround.
But you saw what I mean of how it does
Yeah.
kind of loop all the way around. So I'm guessing that there's probably something like there's probably a ramp by the end of that to let you get all the way around. Ooh, that is a tough jump. You might be able to just throw yourself at that wall and wall ride.
I mean, that was kind of my plan, but I keep missing, I keep screwing up the wall ride, which is really funny considering the last level, but, you know.
It's fine. These things happen. I will admit, they definitely don't make that one easy.
No.
I mean, I know the secret tape is not supposed to be easy, but in particular, this one seems...
The other ones have been, I feel like, they've been more like, okay, you need to jump a certain way.
Yeah.
No!
Of course. Well.
Oh, rude.
Yeah, where this one's like... well, I mentioned before, it's starting to get to the point where we need to... gotta be a little more purposeful in what you're doing.
Yeah. It's requiring you to combo certain things instead of just like, okay, you just need to pull off one trick to pull that.
Yeah. Gotta do a series of steps. We also don't have to get the secret tape. You can
No, I
always
could just go
decide
for the
instead
combo
to-
or for
yeah.
the high score, and
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't have to do the secret tape. But at this point, it's kind of like, all right, I've been promising secret tape, and I can see what I need to do to get there. It's just a matter of like pulling it off,
Right.
which is the challenge of this game. Is okay, you can kind of see what you need to do. It's just a matter of doing it.
Right.
Whoa. I was expected to have to turn around.
All right, physics.
Game did not behave the way I thought it was going to.
Yeah, that seems normal.
I can almost make
Yeah.
that jump.
But I'd say that was pretty good. So yeah, the game doesn't really give you too many more options to, like, get over there.
Yeah.
Like I said, unless you're able to get on that ramp on that second part, and then grind, like, up and over on that, but that requires a lot of speed, I think, so might be easier just to do the wall ride.
Yeah. Or whatever I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
Sort of shot.
Yeah, no, I was wondering, I'm like, well, it's letting you get pretty far up there.
That was just bad.
You can't go up that side ramp right there, could you?
Side ramp.
So like, if we go back up that, we might be able to see it. But like, this kind of triangle portion that's right there, yeah, up that way,
Maybe.
you might have to, like, kind of the same way with that little well, you might have to jump up at the very top of it to maybe get the rest of that height, but if that'd be a way to get directly to the second part.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, I think
no,
there's too
'cause
much of
there's-
a lip there.
Yeah. This secret tape wants to remain secret.
That I feel like I just jumped too late.
Yeah.
This is the thing, it's like, okay, I can see what I need to do. I'm just having trouble getting my fingers to apply.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if going off the ramp itself is the wrong move. Like if you need to just jump toward the wall and then have the wall ride carry you the rest of the way.
Maybe?
I know that angle's a bit weird, but
It's such a weird angle. I mean, that wasn't what I meant for, but...
hey, take it though. Might as well.
Ah.
Almost. Tried to do too much.
Yeah.
You always have the option to go for score instead.
Yep.
Or you can go swimming. I mean, that works too.
But it's almost like I need to do, it's a transfer gap kind of thing, where it's like, okay, I feel like
Yeah.
I should go up one side and land on the other, but it's like not quite, they're almost too far apart to pull that off. But you almost pull that off in the very first level in the warehouse.
Yeah, not. I don't think it's quite as big of a gap,
Oh.
but or maybe it's one of those kind of similar to. Maybe it's one that you just need to get some stat points.
Maybe. But I'm pretty sure I've maxed out my air.
Well, I don't think air is the problem. I think it's speed.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting enough speed to be able to. Air is one thing, but if you don't have enough speed to get all the way over, I
Yeah.
think that might be stopping some of it from happening.
I got greedy.
Indeed,
Yeah,
you did.
let's try it.
You almost had it. But yeah, I tried to do that second trick, kind of stopped you on that one. Oh, there you go. That works. All right.
I wouldn't have called that a perfect landing, but okay. I have no idea what your criteria for a perfect landing is, but that didn't seem like one to me.
That's why we're not skaters, right? You were trying to be skaters, but
We're definitely attempting to be skaters.
yes. Attempts are being made.
Mm-hmm.
We may not be the greatest skaters in the world.
I'm pretty sure we're not even skaters at all, but
Don't tell them that. They don't know that. Other than the fact I just mentioned that we're trying to be skaters and not actually skaters. Like, second to third spot, that's really going to be the hard part of this. And it's just that kind of weird angle.
no!
So very close.
I'm sorry, audience, but there was a moment of hope there. It was dashed upon the ground. All my dreams, just out the window. It's fine.
Game, we're not trying to do this level fast. We're trying to do it precise.
I'm not even sure we're trying to do that. We're just trying to get through it.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, thinking that it's wanting us to just, like, get to the end.
It's really interesting, like, I think these style of levels are really interesting, but the fact that it's not get to the bottom as fast as possible, it's still that, hey, do as many tricks as you can, is really kind of an interesting setup for this style of level, because I would expect it to be like, okay, get to the bottom. It's, you know, ski slope style kind of thing.
Exactly. Which I wonder if that's, like, part of the reason why it didn't review quite as well. Because since this game originally was set up where it's like, okay, it's a trick fest, and you're trying to find all the different gaps in that, when they made a game that was more like the original, or not like the original, but
these specific levels.
yeah, that is a little more focused on racing. That might be when they were like, well, no, that's not what we want. We want our trick fest and try to look cool, even though the game, like, played better that way. Or it lines up more with, like, the actual design of the level.
Yeah. Wow, we're just having a time here.
You just want to leave your mark on every part of this level.
I am certainly doing that.
I think that jump was too far delayed. Ooh, that, okay. That's how we feel too.
Yep. Accurate. True to life.
What do you think? Do you think it's time for another lore drop from the Tony Hawk
Yeah, I think I
archives?
can use the distraction. So,
Yeah,
throw me some more here.
Yeah, let's get some...
Take my mind off of all the crashes.
Alright, let's get some lore here on the Tony Hawk series. So, we talked about Project 8 and Downhill Jam here last time. Let's see what other options we have. Well, let's go with the kind of last couple things here in the Neversoft era, as it were. Neversoft was a publisher that was around kind of at the start. Founded back in 1994, and most of their games were the Tony Hawk series before they got integrated into Infinity Ward, actually. Yeah, Neversoft have been merged with Call of Duty creators Infinity Ward. So, they have that. Anyway, so last couple ones on there. Let's talk about American Wasteland. First game where it wasn't like each separate individual levels. It was one giant level
Oh.
that was loaded at the start, and then you would essentially like transfer to different areas of the level.
Okay.
So it was the one, I remember that was kind of a big one that said, you know, hey, there's going to be no loading screens ever. Which, you know, after the first initial load of just loading everything up, yeah, it was actually pretty seamless, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
First game in the series that allows to freely commandeer stray bicycles and perform BMX techniques.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Well, considering that, I feel like, you know, BMX kind of and skateboarding ended up coming from the same cloth. I mean, both of them were part of that kind of extreme sports heritage that, you know, the X Games was kind of all focused on. So the fact that they like started including some of those other sports totally makes sense to me.
Yeah. Definitely better than all the kind of different vehicles that you could ride around in Underground, which is mostly like driving cars, which was to say it was bad would be nice to so we're just gonna leave it at that. Anyway, game begins with a skater boarding a bus to LA, hoping to get away from a subpar life in his hometown. Upon arrival in Hollywood, skateboarding punks steal the player's bag. A local skateboarding enthusiast named Mindy helps the player and offers to help him change his look to fit in better. After a change of wardrobe, the player is quick to reclaim his bag, but Mindy insists if he's to fit in, he has to improve his skating skills. And has some local friends, Ian and Dwayne, teach him some tricks. Interesting. So it was, I mean, I have played American Wasteland, but it was just so long ago. So yeah, basically you get to LA and then get beat up by skate punks.
And so you have to learn sick tricks to fit in, become the new kid. Is this the plot of Grease?
I mean, huh. Oh, okay. And it was, I guess the rest of that story is eventually you are, trying to essentially save a local skate park.
Okay.
And you have to do some sick tricks, with, Matt Hoffman, which is a, pro BMX person, to impress the trademark Tony Hawk, to donate to help
Save the skate park.
save the skate park. That's kind of cool.
Okay, that's kind of a fun premise.
It's very, I had a word I was going to use, but I don't remember what it is now. Touching? Cutesy? Friendship is magic type of deal?
Ooh, that would be a good source of some good Tony Hawk lore, is like the bands that got featured in these games. Like, how many of them, by being in these games, actually kind of gave them, like, it's why we know a lot of them kind of thing?
Possibly. I mean, I know that's definitely the reason, I know this game has one of the songs by Powerman 500, 5000 or something like that. I knew absolutely nothing about them until I played them on this game. And that was the same with, like, this is how I was introduced to, like, Sublime and Goldfinger, because everyone loves Goldfinger Superman off of this game. Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Let's see.
Check out some of the music.
And I'm sure someone has done something about, like, how many bands came back. Like, they were able to get, like, the rights to bring them back for the remake.
Right.
'Cause I know you've noticed that, like, there's some new songs that you don't remember. And I'm wondering how much of it is because it's combined Tony Hawk 1 and Tony Hawk 2. Like, how much of it is like, oh, these were songs from the original game, these were ones from Tony Hawk 2, so that way you get kind of a little bit of both.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So, according to kind of what I'm seeing here on the album for it, and I don't know if it is, if it's the same for some of the previous games as well, at least for American Wasteland, a lot of the soundtrack songs that are on it is showing, like, here's the title of the song, here's who wrote it, but here's the artist who performed it.
Oh.
So it wasn't... Actually, a lot of them, it doesn't look like the same people who wrote it actually perform the song.
Well, that's kind of true of a lot of music, though. Is a lot of songwriters, they may not be the artist, like, they may not have been the artist who performed it, but there's, like, so-and-so wrote this song, but so-and-so made it famous because of their performance of it.
Sure, I guess.
That's pretty common in the music industry, I feel like.
Okay, well, let's see. We have My Chemical Romance was in there.
Really?
Performing a song by the Misfits. That's an interesting kind of...
That's a combo.
Yeah, that's an interesting kind of change, though, thinking that... I know a lot of this game is very, like... It's supposed to be like the ska and the punk.
Yeah.
And Misfits is already a
Both
punk
of
band.
those?
And they have My Chemical Romance playing the song instead. Who is... I wouldn't call them punk.
Yeah.
I'd call them more emo.
Yeah, that's fair.
But let's see, who else do we got?
But I feel like a lot of these bands start kind of blending together for, like, you know, where they fit in. I feel like in a music store they'd all be under alternative, you know,
Yeah,
or adult alternative, I feel like is the more common.
yeah, very true. There's also Rise Against, which makes sense. Fall Out Boy
Nice, nice.
was on there. And also Dropkick Murphys. And Taking Back Sunday are the big ones that I know of. I think Alkaline Trio, that sounds familiar. But
Yeah, that does sound familiar. I
can't
don't think I
think
can
of
name a song.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we've been listening to the, you know, we're on Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Yeah.
What of the bands that are on here? Like, I have not actually seen a ton that I recognize.
Mhm.
So I'm really curious, like, to know a little bit more about some of those bands, because I might have heard of them without, like, fully connecting the two.
Sure.
So let's focus on those soundtracks.
Okay.
No!
So you made it over the.
I made it over
part.
there, and then I overshot.
Ah.
I missed a turn.
Okay. Well.
It can be done.
Yes.
It can be done. I just need to focus more.
Let's see. Suicidal Tendencies?
Nope.
Fantastic. How about Dead Kennedys?
Okay, I've heard of the Dead Kennedys.
Okay. There's at least that. Because they were definitely a very punky.
I mean, I feel like my exposure, because I didn't play these games, my exposure to a lot of the punk, alternative, you know, rock scene was very much the mainstream kind of bands, like the ones that did manage to get themselves onto like regular pop radio, because that was what I would actually get to hear.
That was a very interesting little
I'm
ride that
not
I'd like to do.
questioning it.
Yeah, no, I get that, and it's probably one of those, like, you might know of the band from a different song
Yeah.
than what would be on here, but in any case.
But it's like I haven't heard a lot of these bands. So
Yeah.
for the amount of people who are like, this game exposed me to this genre of music, like I don't have that background, and I feel like a lot of people who fell in love with some bands off of this soundtrack, you know, they probably went out and searched out some of their other music and looked into like what else made sense
Right.
and what else they liked. So,
Yeah.
and I didn't, because I didn't play this. So
I know you know Papa Roach.
yes, I do know Papa Roach.
That's getting into Tony Hawk 2. Power Man 500, that's When Worlds Collide. The one song that I keep starting to bop to whenever I hear it come on, even though no one's ever going to hear it because they automatically mute any of the music from here.
Which, you know what, I appreciate not having the copyright takedown on these videos.
I mean, that's
so-
fair, yes. Oh, interesting. So for Tony Hawk 2 specifically, it looks like that a couple of versions, depending on where it was, like, there was a Korean release and an iOS release that both had, like, different songs cutting on it.
That makes sense because it may have been like, I mean, if you think about it, like things like Spotify and Netflix, depending on where you live, you can access different content based on what's available in your country. So iOS kind of surprises me, unless it's meant to be something that they could license it globally in a way, or
Only features 9 songs due to licensing issues, so
that
yeah,
makes sense.
That's probably gonna be that. Wow, that's about all that I got from that one. Huh. And then they have so many other people on this one as well, as far as like Alex Leahy. They put the Ataris on here.
Okay.
This is on this updated version now.
Yeah, I'm curious how much, like, I don't know if you could get a read on, like, what was on the original versus what is in the remake, because that's kind of the part I'm interested in, like, okay, it's been X number of years, how many of these bands that, you know, may have not been, you know, a big deal, they were just licensed for some video game, versus what's available now, like, okay, well, yeah, but I could totally see, like, okay, it was a band that was maybe, you know, not super well known. They probably got the licensing for cheap because they weren't a like big name and they couldn't command those kind of prices.
Yeah.
Versus like, okay, now that we're making this game, what, 15 years later? Oh, that band is big now, and possibly partially because of Tony Hawk. And it's like, oh, well, I guess we now need to pay you more because you're a bigger deal now. How do you reconcile that? Not even your big song, but like a song that was on the original soundtrack versus, no! Really?
It actually seems like most of the songs that are from the original games
Are still here?
Yeah.
They maybe just expand a little bit?
Yeah, it looks like that's kind of the case, is that instead of, let's see if I can't get all 3 kind of albums side by side here. So yeah, they got most of the original soundtrack
That's
from
awesome. Like,
the previous games, and then just added in some new ones, like Machine Gun Kelly, A Tribe Called Quest, Tyrone Biggs.
Almost got it.
Tech 9, MXPX. So a lot of like, kind of like what I mentioned before when I talked about it, is a lot of kind of more modern bands with some like more hip hop focused stuff.
This is I'm definitely hitting a certain point in this game where it's like, okay, you actually like really need to know what you're doing, and like, but I'm also like realizing that this game might be pushing my limits of what I can accomplish in it. So it might be one of those things where it's like, you know what? I had a good run. I've gotten, plenty of fun out of this game. Like, I've definitely enjoyed my time with it, but I'm definitely in a place where it's like, okay, this is requiring a certain level of skill from me that I might not have the most of.
I mean, I don't know. You've been doing very good, kind of this entire time.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot further in this game than I think I thought I was going to.
Yeah. That was a very interesting physics thing.
Into the lake.
Good, but can you do it faster? That's not the point, game. This isn't the original downhill. Ah, there it is. You got the high score.
We got something. Woo!
High score completed.
All right. We have
Now,
a new park unlocked.
Burnside.
And it looks like it's another medal competition.
It is very possible. So,
Stuntfest incoming.
do we want to do this time, or do we want to try next time?
I think we're gonna need a break.
All right,
So,
that's
next
perfectly
time, back to the skate competition.
Perfect. All right, and we will we'll see if we can get another medal under your belt there.
We'll see.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us once again here, everybody, here at the Gaming Library. I hope you enjoyed your time here as much as I hoped Cherry did. Because I know we were getting to that point of kind of frustration again. I could feel it. Got a little bit of sweet Tony Hawk lore as well, so I think that's going to be all good. But yeah, as always, if you like this video, tell your friends about it. Let us know. Let us know what you want to see more of, less of. If you want to see any type of other games out here, definitely let us know that too. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's any other...
Like, subscribe, share with your friends, help us grow.
Yeah, all the YouTube
Help us
algorithm
learn,
things.
You know,
all
all that good stuff. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. I'll let you sign off. It's your line, and I'm not going to say it right.
There's nothing wrong with that. I've been doing this for a lot longer, as far as putting all the videos here. In any case, for Cherry, this is your humble librarian, Bruno Fightmaster, checking out.